If you're trying to manifest a certain thing, but you try so hard to have things work out your way, then don't expect yourself to manifest anything. I used to think that by trying harder, eventually I get to manifest whatever I want. But I learned after years of trying to have things work out my way that life is about flowing with the current and having things unfold for you naturally instead of fighting your way through the current. And the issue is most people have no idea how to flow with life. But with my 3 years of manifesting experience, I learned that there are three main things that everybody should live by if they're trying to manifest things quite easily. And the first one being, you have to become super aware. You probably live every day with your attention being hijacked by the bad circumstances that you're currently living in. And I know sometimes it's hard to not be able to take our attention off the bad, but the issue is the more we feed our mental energy to the bad circumstances that we get to experience, the more negativity we end up attracting into our life. Because your mental energy, aka your attention, is how negative situations slash negative energies get to flourish. So the less you're aware of how you think and how you feel, the more these negative energies get to thrive because they could easily just hijack your attention and as a result grow. So the first thing you have to do is become aware. Become aware of how you think, how you feel, become extremely aware of every part of your being. Because the sooner you control your attention, the easier it becomes for you to not have these negative energies be able to feed off your attention. Now, the second principle that you have to live by is embodying a desired state. The brain has absolutely zero clue of what is the difference between something that's real and something that you just create in your head. So if every day you were to just sit down for 10 to 15 minutes in meditation, relax completely and begin to rehearse both through words and mental imagery the kind of desired state that you would wish to feel, you would then be able to program the mind to think differently and as a result begin to make the heart feel differently. And the more you do that, the slowly you ditch the old identity and the more you step into a new identity. And that identity will be the magnet for you to attract a better life. Now, after you follow the second principle and you change your identity, you have to live by the last principle, which is by far the most important, which is to take inspired action. If you take forced action, the kind of action that makes you feel stressed, worried, and full of fear, then don't expect to go far. But if you take action that feels aligned, feels good for you, that brings you joy, then you're on the right path. The main key is to make sure that when an idea enters your head and it makes your heart feel excited, take action on it because that's the kind of action that you should be taking on a day-to-day basis to bring what you want into existence. Now, every principle that I mentioned here is just a part of many principles which you have to live by to successfully manifest whatever you want, which is why if you want to know everything you have to do mentally and physically to manifest whatever you want, I suggest that you check out the link below in the description. This link will direct you to a guide that I made called Being the Dream, and in that guide you will have everything you need, practical steps every day that you can follow to help you get rid of subconscious blocks and program your mind with new beliefs so you're always able to manifest whatever it is that you want. And you can always go and watch all my past videos, which I know you will always benefit greatly from.